Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Megan Sano, and I am here today with the second session of Virtual Gear Week, second of the week. We have tons of brands happening all week long, so be sure to tune into the same Zoom link. Thanks for tuning in today. I have the pleasure of representing ski racing. And our second presentation of the week is going to be from DNA Vibe, a brand that focuses on intelligent light therapy. I know I'm super excited to learn more about this product and some of their products that they've been offering to the ski racing world. They're definitely blowing up. So this is Sam Shaheen. He's DNA Vibe's head of marketing. So without further ado, I will let him take it away.
Thanks so much, Megan. Howdy, everyone. Like Megan said, my name is Sam Shaheen, and I am the head of marketing here at DNA Vibe. I think we can take a little bit of a break from talking about some of the ski hard goods stuff. Talk about something that's a little different but equally important, which is recovery and staying at your best. And in that context, we're going to talk about what we do here at DNA Vibe, which we call intelligent light therapy. The light therapies have been around for decades, for almost 60 years actually, and been proven safe and effective by the FDA since the mid 60s. But they've been really limited in use up until recent times because they've been expensive and really bulky and difficult to get your hands on. So it's the kind of thing where you would go to a professional football locker room or the Mayo Clinic or something like that, and you'd be able to get access to these technologies. But one of the really cool things that we're doing here at DNA Vibe is democratizing that and bringing it direct to consumer at a price point that's really, really affordable. Our technology is not only vastly more sophisticated than these kind of antiquated technologies of decades past, but it's safer, it's more effective, it's personalized, it's wearable, and like I touched on, it's surprisingly affordable. 97% of our customers report positive results, and that's ranged from anything from young athletes aspiring to perform at their best, to grandparents enjoying more active lifestyles with their kids, weekend warriors recovering from whatever their proclivities might be, and everyone in between. We have a really broad range of different sports that we have customers and athletes, elite athletes representing around the world. Golfers, tennis players, soccer players, track and field, and of course skiers. DNA Vibe has become an essential part of their training and recovery, because if you can't recover at your best, you can't perform at your best. We've been working with various things in the ski racing world for a while now, and I'd like to show you guys a few videos that kind of detail some of our ski athletes. We'll go through a video of Garrett Driller and Robert Cohn. Start off with Garrett. Garrett's a parallel ski national champ. The dude is an animal, and he is using DNA Vibe, just kind of like we've been talking about, to stay on the top of his game, increase his recovery speed, and decreases his pain. He's had a few knee issues throughout his career, and thanks to DNA Vibe, he's back and skiing better than ever. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we'll show you guys this quick video here.
In general, ski racing is a pretty tough sport. Using my DNA Vibe has allowed me to train harder, longer, and recover faster. Less days off, more time on the snow, beating my competitors. Having another option to be doing what we love and to continue to race, it just keeps the sport open and keeps you in it.
Yeah, Garrett's
in general, ski racing is a pretty tough sport.
Yeah, Garrett's a great guy. The next video I want to show you guys has a little bit of backstory to it. Last year we were out at House and Hill and Steamboat watching races and supporting our athletes, and one of our athletes, Robert Cohn, who I don't know if you guys follow World Pro Ski at all, but he's one of the most dominant athletes on the tour. I think he's won seven out of the eight last races that have been held. Extremely strong, powerful skier. He in one of his qualifying runs tweaked his back and comes up to us at the end of the run, and he's like, "Hey, I need a jazz band. I need to go, start some recovery because I really hurt my back." And he didn't think he was going to be able to race again. The announcers had counted him out. They're like, with Rob out, it's anyone's race. And lo and behold, a few hours later, after using his DNA Vibe device all afternoon, he comes back and was able to win it all. So I guess that's a little bit of a spoiler for this story. But here, hold on, I'm a little discombobulated. We'll show you guys this video.
Race day, I tweaked my back so bad that I couldn't ski. Everyone seemed to count me out. I went off to use my DNA Vibe to help me ease the pain, loosen up, and recover. I was not only able to come back, I was able to win it all. Definitely good vibes.
Yeah, Rob's a really fun skier to watch. I don't know if you guys have ever had the pleasure of watching any of those races, but no, they're really fun. So now let me get back to the spiel a little bit. And that's kind of what we're all about here. Whether you're an aspiring athlete or just striving to do more of what you love, DNA Vibe was made just for you. We want people to live better lives, and we want to make the world a better place, one better life at a time, beginning with yours. And whether that's for the ski racer in your family or for yourself who may be suffering from, lower back pain or achy knees or whatever it might be, we have so many stories of lives improved from our customers, and it's really inspiring. It's really inspiring, and it's a great product, and it's the reason I work here, because I believe in this product so much. We're going to be offering a special discount for Ski Racing Media Gear Week. If you guys use the discount code SRM35, as in Ski Racing Media 35, will give you 35% off. And that brings our flagship product, Jazz Band Vibe, down to $161, which when you compare to other devices on the market that are in the thousands and thousands of dollars, considering our product is not only safer and more effective, it's that much more affordable. It seems kind of like a no-brainer. You can check out and learn more at dnavibe.com. We've got a host of testimonials on there from all of our other athletes and hundreds of customer reviews. I think we're approaching 300 or 400 5-star reviews right now. And at this point, I guess I'll open it up to any questions that anyone might have. Looks like we got one here about ACL, MCL injuries. So yeah, we do have a lot of customers using the device for different surgery recovery, specifically ACL and MCL, definitely. What we generally see is greatly improved recovery time, and like quicker time through PT to get back to 100%. The way that the Jazz Band works is it essentially increases your circulation and decreases inflammation while doing some other stuff in the background a little bit too. But those two primary things allow you to heal faster, especially in like poorly vascularized joint capsules like the knee, where there's really not a lot of circulation at all in there. Things like ACL and MCL take a really long time to heal because there's not a lot of circulation. And any help that your body can get really goes a long way. So we've had some customers with really spectacular results on those types of things for sure. Looks like we got a question here about how long it takes. So, typically we see results anywhere from, immediately. Some people feel results after a single 20 or 30-minute session. Other people, it can take, we generally say up to 2 weeks for first results. It kind of depends on what your issue is. If it's if it's acute inflammatory pain, tends to be pretty quick. And people can see real results really fast. If it's a more chronic nagging problem that's been, bugging you for years, it can take people a few weeks to start to see results. That said, though, the more and more you stick with it, the more and more you're going to see. We have people who have been, frustrated in their first few days or a few weeks even of use, where they're saying, I'm not really feeling much, not feeling much. And then, a few weeks later, after they've been using it, they'll send us an email back and say, I can't believe this. Like, I haven't had this little pain in years. I haven't been able to do all these things that I love in so long. And a lot of that is from that consistency. So, it definitely depends on what you're dealing with, but most people feel some relief within the first few sessions, and continued use and consistency can get people over the hump for sure. Doesn't look like there's any more questions coming in, but I will answer a few questions that we do occasionally get. A lot of these light therapy devices out there are, these large panels that you kind of stand in front of, and, they cost several $1,000s. And our device is a lot different. I've got one here lit up and going. Really cool thing about our device is its flexibility. So it's able to flex around various joints or areas where you need relief. What that allows us to do is operate this at a much lower power than the panel systems. The panel systems will boast, hundreds of watts of output and blah, blah, blah. When in reality, when you stand in front of a panel, 80-90% of that energy is going to get lost to reflection and scatter through the air, reflection off the surface of your skin, things like that. Our device fits flush to the skin, and essentially there's zero reflection or scatter. So we can optimize for low power, which means we don't need protective eyewear. We can do extremely long sessions and really direct the light where it's needed most, which makes it far more effective. One of the other things that we've discovered in kind of our research is that the key to effectiveness is really, really specific frequency signaling. So we pinpoint the exact right frequency, whereas a bunch of other companies use generic frequencies that have been around since the 60s because they were close. They were close, and they definitely provided some therapeutic effects, but nothing quite like really nailing the frequency exactly. Our device uses a combination of 4 different modes. So you can see here, these are the red modes. The other 3 modes are invisible for the most part. We have near infrared, magnetic signals, and microvibration. And each of those different modes complements the others to make the whole greater than the sum of its parts. The infrared and the magnetic both help the red light to penetrate further, because the red light is a little bit of a longer wavelength, which means it doesn't have the penetration power that say near infrared does. So by using the two in concert, we get to enhance the penetration depth a little bit. And then the micro vibration has a few important functionalities. One is, non-vascular circulation, like lymphatic circulation, extracellular fluid circulation, things like that. And then also the physical sensation of vibration can really help the psychological aspect of pain, which is often a large part of pain. Let's see, any other points? I think that covers that. If anyone has any last questions, now would be a good time to hop in, but otherwise, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. I think I speak for everyone on the call when I say we're praying for snow this year, and maybe even a little bit sooner before the ski season, so we can work with some of these fires that are really affecting our communities. But until then, we'll pray for snow, and hopefully we'll see you guys out on the hill this winter.